Hi guys, Steffi here and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm coming on with a tutorial for you. I made a box, a Halloween treat box, the other day, and I shared it on Facebook and people were asking me to do a tutorial. So I'm just going to bring in the box that I've made, and this is what I've made. And I made this for a swap that I'm in, so I'm going to send this out to the recipient. And I just love how it turned out. I've used retired pumpkin pie glimmer paper from Stampin' Up, and then this paper pad is also by Stampin' Up, and this is also retired. But I just loved that gold foiled spider web on there. And then these little these glittered spiders I got from Home Bargains, and I think I paid 59 or 69 pence for a pack of 4, and I just love how it's turned out. Now I've made this specifically to hold what's inside, so I'll just open it up, and I've got the glitter paper and the web on the inside as well, and it is to hold these 6 Halloween themed wax melts. On the bottom I've got the glimmer paper there as well, and then that just shuts like that. It's on a hinge. And I just thought it was really nice. The recipient, after she's used the candles, I took the wax melts out. She can use this for something else if she so desires. So let's get started. Just pop that to one side. So what you're going to need, I have already went and prepped some of this. So you need 2 pieces of card, and these measure 10 3/4 by 8.5. Then on all 4 sides, you just want to score it at 1 and 2 inches. And then obviously just rotate it, do the same until you've done the same on all 4 sides. Because this, you'll need 2, 1 for each box. Okay, so then we're just going to go ahead and burnish these fold lines. How's everyone doing today? Are you having a nice day? I'm loving these little Halloween projects. I'm actually, after I film this one, I'm going to be filming another one as well that I've done. I just can't wait. I just love it. I'm right into me gothic Halloween stuff at the moment. Even though we don't really celebrate it here. I'm sorry about me mat sliding all over. I've got to have my mat there because I've got the light on because it's pretty dark. And if I don't have this on, the glare will be horrible. Right, so that's what you're left with after you've folded and burnished all those sides. So then what you want to do, because this is going to be a reinforced box, so it's quite sturdy. So what you want to do, you've got these 4 squares here in the corner. You want to cut away these, oh, will it look like it in shot? Right, so you want to cut away these 3, and I'll show you what we do. So I'll just cut up on the inside of that score line there. Just cut up to the second score line. And then again on the next one, just cut up that score line. Sorry, the black might be making it difficult to see. And then you just want to slightly wedge, just take a tiny little wedge out here. And then on these you've got left, you just want to take away that bottom square. And then you just want to notch into these to make tabs. Just like that, and then again on this page just take a very slight wedge out of there as well. Then you want to do the same on all 4 corners. So I'll just quickly go up to the score line, and then again on this bit here, slightly wedge in here, take away the bottom square, and then make this into a tab. When you're taking your pieces out, I know I've said it before, but always pull down, and then it won't rip you, it's less chance of ripping your paper. Okay, so that's what the effect we're going for. So then just flip it round and do exactly the same. Cut straight up that rectangle to the second score line, and then again here. And then slightly wedge out here. Oops. And then take away that bottom square. Make this into a tab. Oh. just like that, and slightly wedge into here, and then we're on the last corner now, so just cut straight up to the second score line in both sections. Again, slightly wedge in here, bottom square, and then notch it into these bits, and then again a slight little wedge out of here. So I'll just get rid of all my rubbish. So that is what your template should look like. Okay, so I'm going to decorate this before I put it together because I find it so much easier to do it that way. And I just want to give you a quick look at the papers I'm using. Now this is a digital collection, and this is by Kathy Orta King, who's a paper phenomenon, and she's started doing paper kits, and my god, these are beautiful. She's got 2 out, and this one is a 31 Fright Night, I think it's called, and just beautiful. Not just for Halloween. On some of these you'll see different colours. It's because me ink was running out before I printed more. But look at them designs. You've got those beautiful flowers there, the spider webs, and you've got the moths. I mean, I'm terrified of moths, but I just love them on there. They look so pretty. You've got like this design here, and again it's quite orange and quite pink in places. It is just supposed to be orange, but because my ink was running out, but I thought I really liked it, so I have cut into this and prepped some for it. Then look at this gorgeous, gorgeous wood grain. It almost glows, that orange, doesn't it? Absolutely beautiful. And like I said, these are a digital collection, so I have got these forever now. And look at those. Aren't they just so beautiful? Honestly. And some of these I would use all year round, not just for Halloween. But I am really, really loving me Halloween at the moment. Got that gorgeous, like almost like a checkerboard design. I love that. Very Alice Mundy as well, that. And then look at this one. It's like the grey with like the slightly orangey coloured dots and the pumpkin faces. So cute. This one here is one of my favourites too. And look at that. The trick-or-treat is going to the door and it says knock if you dare. Got the spider web up here with the spider. Now these are supposed to be 12. These are 12 by 12 papers that you get sent. But obviously I've only got an A4 printer, so I've had to modify mine. And I've had to like size them down a little bit. You've got this beautiful one here with like the bush here. You've got the little spider web. And you've got all the tombstones. And then you have this. I mean, look at the designs. I mean, aren't they just beautiful? You've got the spider web up here in the corner, like ink splatters. Absolutely, honestly beautiful. And I'm loving this collection so, so much. So, got that beautiful. I don't know if my camera's picking it up, but that orange is so much like deeper in person. It's gorgeous. Now, this is another one of my favourite ones as well. And look at that with the chandelier. You've got October 31, like the lace effect, the spider web, the swirls, and absolutely gorgeous. And that's just another one of those wood grain ones. So these are the papers that I'm using, and I absolutely adore them. I will see if I can leave a link to Kathy's shop in the description bar below for them. You get absolutely loads. And another thing on some of the papers, I've cut all of these up. But these are just some of the cut parts. You get a sheet just of border strips. You've got Join Us for a Spell, Double Toil and Trouble, Halloween, Now Welcome and Candy Collectors, those moths. I just think they're really, really gorgeous. A Haunt and We Will Go, Sit for a Spell and Have Some Brew. One just says Wicked, Spiderweb. Honestly, just absolutely fantastic. You get so much. And then you get pocket cards as well. Got Witchcraft, little Woolworths advert. I'll just quickly flick through these. Absolutely stunning. I love these so much, and brilliant value for money, because as well as getting your pattern sheets, and obviously they're not all of the ones because I haven't printed them all off. There is a few more on there as well. You also get some solids as well. I think it's something like, look at that Ouija board. You get, I think it might get about 132 patterned papers that coordinate beautifully with this set. And then I can't remember how many pattern sheets you get, but everything is just absolutely stunning. Kathy, you've really outdone yourself on this, definitely. And I just love her channel. She's so inspirational. She really is. Howl at the Moon, Home of the Wicked Witch and all of her little monsters. Just, I mean, look at that. Doesn't that just seem to glow and just pop off the page? Got fortune telling cards, magic, best witches, Halloween tale, and I just think these are absolutely fantastic, and I just want to share them with you. Like I said, I mean, the digital paper pack I think was $24.99, and it worked out at just short of £20 when I ordered. But the amount of stuff that you get, you couldn't buy a paper collection and get everything that you get included in that kit. Right, so that's my little spiel out the way. So I'll bring back in this, and I'm just going to pick out the, just need to get my bits because I've got them all sorted here. Just to get all these out ready. Sorry. Oh, like I said, I've went ahead and I've already pre-done one of these, one of the boxes. Right, so this is the one that I'm going to be using on the top of my box, and this piece of paper needs to measure 6.5 inches by 4.25. And all I've done is I've just went round the edges with my Tim Holtz distressing tool. You could use a knife if you haven't got one. And I've just went round that, and then I've just inked it with Black Soot Distress Oxide. Just to go around there like that. And then these strips, these are that beautiful wood paper. Again, I've distressed all of the edges. I just haven't edged these ones in the Distress Oxide because I really liked how they looked, the white against the black. And you need two that measure 6.5 by 3/4 inch. And you're going to put them on that bottom one there. So you've got two of those. And then you also want two of these ones as well. And these measure 4.25 by 3/4 inch. Now I've printed off another one of these ones as well. And that's because I like to decorate the inside of the lid as well. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. But if you do, you just cut out two pieces of this size. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause the video while I get them stuck down. And I'll be right back. Right, so I'm back and I've stuck all of those down, and I just love that distressed look as well. And all I've done as well is I've went and stuck that one on the inside. Now, what I've got is one of these cut aparts from the collection. And it says, shadows of 1,000 years rise again unseen. Voices whisper in the trees, tonight is Halloween. And you've got lovely bats around there. And I've just distressed there as well. And I'm just going to stick that in the middle. Okay. Just for that little something extra. I'd rather do this while it's flat, because when the hinge is on, it'll make it a bit more awkward. Not difficult, just awkward. And then I'm just going to pop that right in. Oh, make sure I get it straight. Get it right in the middle of there. So that's going to be the inside of my box. Okay. So now what we want to do on these 4 tabs here, you just want to apply some glue or some just adhesive of your choice. It's up to you, whatever you use. And just attach them. Then what you want to do is you just want to get that tab and then just bring that round and just press and hold it until it grips it. You have to hold it for a couple of seconds. I will be going in with my bone folder to reinforce all of these again. And then you just do that all the way around. You just get that tab and you just bring it round, making sure the sides is nice and square. Like I said, it just takes a little bit just to nip it. And then again on this side. It's stuck, and on the last one, oh, no, the one's come out. I'll go back and fix it. Just press and hold that just until it knits together. We'll put this one back in. And then what you can do is you can just, that one's come out again as well. Might need to put a little bit more glue on this one. Just pop that in. It's because it's quite thick cardstock that I'm using as well. But luckily the glue dries clear, so it's okay. So I'm just going to go in with my bone folder and just press those tabs down So make sure that they're not going anywhere. Okay. Just press it down with your fingers if you wanted. And then what we're going to do is on these flaps, we're just going to apply glue. It's up to you which one you put in first, to the sides or the length. Just press and hold that. And what I do is I just, because it tends to pop up, just go in with your bone folder and give that a good burnish just to make sure it's nice, the edges are nice and sharp. Okay, and just like that. So we'll do the other side. Just press and hold it, and then just, like I said, go in with your bone folder. You could just use your finger and just press it down until you know it's not going anywhere. And then on these last two, again, just pop some glue on. I'm loving this box, I really am. I'm loving the paper, and I know for a fact this one's going to have to be for me, because I'm not going to want to give it away. I'm really not, but I just love it so much. The papers and everything, I know I keep on saying it, but they absolutely fantastic. Did I not score it? I mustn't have burnished this one. Whoops. It's okay, you can still do it if you haven't burnished it. Just basically burnish it when it's down. Always makes it easier if you make sure they burnished before you try. That one has, must have just missed that one. And apologies if you can hear me washer as well. I'll probably pick it up on camera. I know it will. It's just my luck. This mat's doing me head in. Right, so there we go. That is our lid, and you can hear it is really strong now. So then we'll bring in, like I said, this is the bottom of the box. I just done it in that same paper so it matched, and it's got the wood grain going all the way around. So that will just sit like that, and I'm really pleased with how it's looking so far. So next what we want to do is, on this one, we have this lip here, and that's basically just to stop the box from pushing down. I mean, if you force it too much it will, but it's just so it has like a nice little flush edge there. So that's what we're going to do. So for this, put them out of the way, just get my bits all together. Got these ones, yeah. Just making sure I've got all my bits next to me so I don't lose any. Right, so you're going to need one piece here, and this measures 6 5/8 by 3 inches, and all you want to do is score on the 3-inch side at 1.5 inches, and then just fold and burnish that. Okay, then you need 2 pieces, and these measure 4 5/8 by 3 inches. On the long inch side you want to score it at 1/2 inch, and that's just basically to attach it to this piece. And then on the short side, just score that in half at 1.5. Okay, again, just go and fold and burnish those score lines. I've already pre-done these, so I'm trying to keep the video as quick as possible. So on these ones, there's just a little bit of cutting to do. So let's see if I can show you. On this bit here where you've got the 1/2 inch section, you just want to cut straight up here to that first score line, and then just wedge out both sides. Okay, I'll show you what I mean. And I always like to, with the boxes, I always like to cut inside the score line, so you're basically cutting that score mark off. Just keeps it nice and tidy. And then just notch in, and that's what you'll have. Okay, I'll quickly go ahead and do it with this one as well. And just notch in. Oh, I haven't got that one very well. And then notch in now as well. Okay, So then what we're going to do is, wait, I'll get my sides right. We're going to, them tabs, we're going to glue them to the end of, here, wait, have I done this one wrong? No, I haven't. It goes that way. Okay, so I'm just going to put some glue on these tabs. And then just line that up and press it down. And now just flip it over to make sure that it's right where it's supposed to be. Sorry, this light is ridiculous. Yeah, that one's gone a little bit too far. It's okay, you can easily just pull it off. Best thing about using wet glue is the fact that it gives you that little bit wiggle room. So you don't want to go right up to the score line, you want to come a little bit in front of it, okay, so it folds nicely. So there's that side done, and then we're going to do this side as well. So I'm just going to flip that over, and then I'm just going to bring that in, and I'm not going right up to that score line because I want it to be able to bend. And just check, oh, try and check it before it's actually set. And then that just goes like that, okay. Now what we're going to do is just glue all of these flaps, just fold them over on themselves. And then that hides the joining of it as well. So just do that, going all the way along. And again, on this big middle piece. I'm having to burnish mine a lot more because I am using quite a thick card. The card I'm using, I think, is a 300 GSM. But yeah, and then just bring that over, and again press it down. Oh, press it down with your bone folder until that is secure. And just pick what side you want them, and they're both going to be the same really. I think I'd do it so the joint's on that side. Bring in your base, and now that should, if I've done it right, fit in there. Just like that, okay. Hey, sorry, my camera seems really blurry. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply glue along the two short sides and one of the long sides, and we're going to actually glue this into place, okay. Just glue one alongside and both of the short sides. And then just bring that back in, press that down. It doesn't quite meet the back, there's a little bit of a gap there, but that is okay because we're going to be attaching our hinge to the back anyway. So just come in with your bone folder and just press that down, making sure that it's all the way down. It's touching the bottom of the box there. So there we have. So then when that goes on there, that should fit just nicely, okay. So now the last bit for the construction of the box is the hinge, and this is the hinge here. Now this measures 6 5/8 by 2 inches, and just on the short side, just score it in half at 1. Give that a good burnish. I'm going to burnish it both ways, just to make sure it's really flexible and it's not going to be really stiff. Okay, so, and then just take your scissors, and I'm just going to notch in slightly, taking the tiniest little notch off. That's straight both sides, it's a bit off, but it should be okay. So then all you want to do is you just want to attach glue and just basically glue that to the back. And then what you do with this bit is you would glue that to the inside like that, and then that will become the hinge. So I'll do that with you. I was going to pause the video, but I'll do it with you. It's okay. And then just pop that inside, making sure it's level, and make sure the score line is unhindered, so you're going just under that score line there. Okay, just means it will fold better, it will open better. So there's that one done. And I mean, if you wanted, you could put the hinge on the outside and you could decorate it, but for mine I just wanted it on the inside. Yeah, there's loads of different ways. I mean, it's not a complicated box, and there's probably loads of people have done these before, so I'm not saying it's just my idea, but I did come up with the measurements on this one myself, so yeah, they're all my own measurements. I haven't used anybody else's. Not that I mind using anybody else's measurements, because there's some amazing crafters out there, and I love to, you know, do one of their projects. Right, so just press that down, making sure that's stuck, and then when you bring that over, there's our box complete. Now I really like how that's looking. I love, like, it looks like a wood box, and that's being decorated. I just love that. And then when you open it, it just looks like that, and I love it. I really do. Absolutely gorgeous. So now we're just going to decorate the top, and I've got a couple of pieces here. I've just received this today from the lovely Angie in my Halloween swap. So I've got that. I've got another one of these cut apart. I've just went round, I've backed it onto a card, and just to make it a bit sturdier. It says, when black cats prowl and pumpkins gleam, may luck be yours on Halloween. I love that. And then, of course, I brought in another one of those sparkly spiders. So just going to layer all these up and just put a bit of glue on the web. Not bothered about all of it staying down, as long as the majority of it. I just love the textures on these. So then I'm just going to place that maybe about, how was I having that? Just double check. Yeah, I was just having that about there. So just press that down. If you want to, you can just hold the inside just to make sure. And then, yeah, this, I'm going to use my hot glue gun. I've had it on here, just because I want this to be a little bit bumped up. So I'll just, once it starts working, there we go. Just want to give it that little bit of bumped up. And then I wanted that about there. I'm not going to press it all the way down, because I want it to be raised a little bit. And then I'm going to come in with my sparkly spider, and I think that one won't move now. It's stuck, is it? I moved over slightly, and I might just stick him, because I can't really see what I'm doing. Yeah, I think he'll do there. So again, just hot glue. I like to fill his little body so I know he's not going anywhere. And then just place him where you think. And I like him there. Yeah. Obviously his bottom comes up a little bit, but that's okay. Unless I just put a little bit of glue underneath there, just so I know he's not gonna go anywhere. And don't burn yourself with your glue gun. Just get that in there like that, and I'm just gonna, sorry, use my potty tool just to hide some of that hot glue that's poking out there. And then to finish off, I'm gonna get a few of these black gems here, and these are me. Some I've had in my stash for ages. These were from Stampin' Up. And I'm just going to pop a couple round like that. So there we have it, guys. That is my tutorial for my Halloween box. Sorry the video has been so long. I really didn't intend for it to be that long. But these are the two. Oh, I'm trying to get my own shot. There we go. And yeah, I hope you like it. And thank you very much for sticking around. Right, bye.